A financial institution says the peso may still strengthen towards the end of the year, but families of overseas Filipino workers worry on how this may affect their budget and standard of living. Kimberly Go filed this report.
Marta Season earns 3,000 pesos a day in her karinderya and sari-sari store. Her husband takes home 10,000 a month, but they maintain a household of 5, which spends 20 to 25,000 a month. Season says they get by with the dollars sent to her by her son, who works as a seaman. When the peso strengthens, Season says she will have a problem.
Ako di lalo nang hirap. Lalo lang mababawasan ng 42 ngayon. Pag nag-line of 30, wala na lalo.
Season was referring to the recent report by Morgan Stanley that the peso will strengthen towards 40 pesos 75 centavos by year-end. By end of 2013, it may reach 39 pesos 50 centavos. The country's good credit rating, high liquidity status, and good fundamentals were cited as reasons for the peso gaining strength. PhilExport's president Sergio Ortiz Luis says Morgan Stanley's forecast of a stronger peso is speculative. He is worried of the forecast's implication. He says a peso which value is too high will hurt the export sectors, who will end up paying more but cannot increase prices.
If you have $500 in your pocket and somebody says the exchange rate will be 30, you will run and exchange it already. That's what it does. Yung mentality na ayaw mong maiwan, and speculation is that way. People will bet that it will strengthen yung peso, and therefore it can be self-fulfilling statements, and that's what they do.
Investment analyst and managing director of First Grade Finance, Astro Del Castillo, meantime says it is possible to reach the 40 pesos level to $1 by the end of the year. Del Castillo says there is still half of the year for the forecast to come true. Factors that may contribute to these are strong OFW remittances, the spending related to the Public-Private Partnership, or PPP, and the possible fundraising by the private sector. The further weakening of the dollar may also contribute to the peso's rise. Del Castillo suggests both sides can work on how to cope with the appreciation of the local currency. Affected sectors such as OFWs and export sector to educate themselves and find alternative investments, while the government can help in other ways.
Well, government to arrest such situation, so as to provide more margins to the affected industries, kuryente, it should be properly addressed. If the so-called inputs, the cost inputs of the OFWs, of the exporters will be addressed, then their margins will increase, despite the so-called appreciation of the peso.
Del Castillo says the government may intervene if the peso-dollar exchange rate breaks through the 40 pesos level within the year, but only to an extent. Kimberly Go, Solar News.